withdraw his protection arbitrarily, just because everyone is given an opportunity, and so to make that choice. So, and 2 Chronicles 33, 21, 23. Someone read that. 2 Chronicles 33, 21 to 23. Pardon? Go ahead, I'm sorry. Okay, now this is the son. The son who is only, Manasseh was given 55 years and Amon only 2 years. Why do you think that? I think sometimes, when we, and now I'm speculating here, this is, but my feeling was, that, of course, Amon was affected, by his father, what he did, and it was probably the good life. And sometimes we look and say, okay, this person was forgiven. He had all this time to do his stuff, and he was forgiven. So maybe I have a lot of time too. I can do what I want to do because I'm young, and I can, when my fun is over with, then I will repent. Hear the young folks going out sowing their wild oats, and then having time to see the Lord was. Ammon had enough. He saw what happened to his father. He saw his father repent, and yet he's going to go back. Oh, the Lord said, no, I'm cutting you out quick. Go ahead.
How I view it is it goes back to
Influence. Mm-hmm.
And how I see the situation is growing up through those early years, early adolescence, teen years, and young adult, as two, you only caught the end of how Manasseh had turned around. The only one who could really experience the rest of God was Manasseh because he was taken far away to experience with him. But while he was gone, all his son knew was what he was taught. So how could he even make the turnaround if all he was taught was him?
Okay, yeah. No. Yeah, he had a choice. But, yeah, well, you're saying that, he mm-hmm. And that's what the sin is. It can be, in our limited thinking, comfortable. It's because we're short-sighted. We don't have the big picture. We only see what's happening right now. And we're a right now person. We want things right now. And it's so evident in how, we if we're driving down the highway, and it's a traffic jam, and if we can cut in and out, we're doing it, switching lanes back and forth and moving around. And when we get to the destination, we get there maybe 30 seconds ahead of the person who was staying in the right lanes, and driving at a normal speed. There are many other examples like that. We always are in a hurry and not willing to waste what we consider our time. Okay, so he went back to the old ways, and the Lord cut him short. But I think what was interesting here is that he was cut off short, but he had a son, Now, yeah, now the son, he was 8 years old when he came into reign. Now, how old was his father? How old was his father when he was born? He was probably the oldest child because he was 16 years old when Josiah was born. But let's move on to the new king. And in 2 Chronicles 33:25, what does it say here? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Ammon was killed by his servants. They rose and killed him, got him out the way. And of course now Josiah comes to the throne. It says that the people slew the conspirators of Ammon and placed Josiah his son on the throne. It says the people made their will known, and it was done according to their will. The young king came to the throne at a time of great turmoil, apostasy, violence, and even in the highest levels of government. From a human point of view, the divine purpose of the chosen nation seemed almost impossible to accomplish. This is what Ellen G. White is saying in Prophets and Kings. They had their course was already set when Josiah came. It wasn't. They had passed the point of no return. When you are crossing the ocean, and you always come up with an equal time point based on the conditions of the airplane. Where if you have an engine failure that you can, and you have not reached this equal time point, or they used to call it the point of no return, you can turn around and go back. If you pass that, you have to continue going. And there's three conditions: engine failure, loss of pressurization, or maybe you have a medical emergency. But it's all based on the winds. It's not geography. You can be almost to closer to your point than to return, but it's still faster to get to keep from getting your feet wet, to turn around and go back, things like that. So Israel had passed this point of no return. They were going to go into captivity, but there was a period of time that the Lord allowed, and we'll read that as we get into the lesson. Now, if you look at, there were several prophets that were contemporary with when Josiah was the king. Of course, Jeremiah came into prominence in his 13th year, but there was Zephaniah and Habakkuk and pardon? Yes, Hold of the prophet. All these were there. So even though the nation had gone as a whole, had gone into sin, God always has someone those who are going to hold true. And it was because of those who held true that the Lord's word continued. Now, when they went into captivity, we know that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and Daniel, you hear of them later on, but they had to be influenced by what good was there. So not everybody was evil, but the majority of them were. Okay. So it says that here it says the anxiety of the faithful ones are expressed in the words of the prophet Habakkuk. And what is the prophet saying? And what I said here, and now maybe someone else has something different. can't read my own writing. Someone, Habakkuk 1, 2 to 4. Habakkuk implies that he is more interested in the righteous of the just